The jury was told in the last hour that Glenn Mulcair, now he was a contractor employed by the News of the World, a prolific phone hacker. The jury now knows that he has pleaded guilty already earlier on this year to 3 counts of conspiracy to intercept mobile phone communications. That is in relation specifically to Millie Dowler, the schoolgirl who disappeared and was found murdered in 2002, and also in relation to other people. So he has pleaded guilty early this year, and the jury now knows. 3 other former journalists from the News of the World, there are 3 men who were in fact news editors, have also pleaded guilty to a charge of conspiracy to intercept mobile phone communications. That is Greg Miskew, Neville Thurlback and James Weatherup. So we have 8 people on trial here, but the jury now knows, just within the first couple of hours of proceedings, that 4 other men involved more broadly in the investigation around phone hacking have in fact already pleaded guilty.
And as we learnt during the process of jury selection, Robin, this is potentially a lengthy trial.
Yes, he could be here until next Easter, 6 months possibly. So it's going to be complex. Andrew Edis, in explaining at the beginning of his opening statement to the jury that he will take his time, he will go slowly, because there is much for the jury to consider, there is much for them to see, but he has begun to lay out the basics of what the defendants face. That's the allegations, that's phone hacking, claims of conspiracy to commit misconduct in a public office. Now that's about allegations of corrupt payments to public officials. And then thirdly, and this is with regard to Rebekah Brooks and her husband Charlie Brooks and 2 others, there are allegations of conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. So a range of allegations that these 8 people face. All 8 of them deny the allegations they face. We've already heard from Andrew Edis that he believes that hacking was taking place under the editorship of both Rebekah Brooks and Andy Coulson at the News of the World. That would be a 7-year period. He has said to the jury they will have to decide whether it could happen without the knowledge of those editors. He's also begun to give a hint of evidence that he will later put to the jury, I think, about allegations made against Andy Coulson. He's talked about payments made with his specific authorization to Glenn Mulcair. He's talked as well about allegations made against Rebekah Brooks about perverting the course of justice, and how the jury was told, involved her personal assistant, Cheryl Carter, who's on trial here, in removing archives of her notebooks from News International's archive just hours before the News of the World was shut down. So he's beginning to focus on some of the more prominent defendants and those 3 core allegations that all of them face. But as I said, what we now know is that 4 men not on trial here have in fact pleaded guilty to charges related more broadly to this investigation.